Welcome to Complete with DLC, the only show that you can buy every episode for $2,500. I'm one of your hosts, Griffin, and sitting across from me is the maestro, Brad Knight.
Are you sure? Is that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it'd be the maestro, because
Okay.
that has to do with music. And
Okay.
music,
Does it?
yeah, it makes the world go round.
All right. I was afraid we'd have to do take 4 there for a second.
No, if I had to do take 4, I would have been mad. Stay tuned till the end to hear those outtakes.
Yeah. Oh, well. Well, Jacob, we're back again for another episode.
Another episode.
How you feeling?
Feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I noticed you edited something in the news doc. I'm going to knock you out.
I was waiting for you to notice that. I was hoping you wouldn't notice it until you got to it.
Yeah, I would have been angry. Anyway, so how you been?
I've been hanging in there. I finally have a working PC sitting on the side of me right now. Hopefully you can't hear it because the fans on it are kind of spinning right now.
I don't hear it, so...
That's good. Awesome.
If I'm any indication, which I think I might be, it's fine.
Great. I love it. And it's nice. I actually played some games this week on my PC and not on a Xbox or PS4.
Well, speaking of that, maybe we should get into what we're playing. Brad, what have you been playing this week?
This week, I have been playing, for the first time in like a month, I've played Heroes of the Storm again.
Oh my god, finally we can hear about this every week again.
Yes! Well, this time, there's some pretty big changes that happened to the game. Just actually yesterday or the day before, I think it was Tuesday. And now, for the first time, the game actually feels like a full, complete game. Before, it felt like it was still in beta, despite having been released for about a year now. Blizzard's kind of slow on the uptake when it comes to development. But it is, it's a lot of fun to be playing Heroes again and actually, not have to sit in my living room to play a game if I don't want to. But other than Heroes...
I really don't get what your problem is with sitting in a living room. It's much more comfortable than sitting at a desk.
I don't think so.
I guess it depends on the chair you have.
Well, it's a big, fluffy, like, lazy boy chair kind of thing.
At your desk?
Not on my desk, no.
No, I'm talking about at your desk. I'm saying,
Oh.
I guess it depends on the chair you have at your desk. Obviously, you're going to be comfortable in the living room. Like, let's be serious.
It's a, 7-year-old office chair that is falling apart and held together with duct tape.
So then, yeah, the lazy boy is more comfortable. Then that's all you've proven to me.
I don't know. I prefer sitting at my desk. I'm more comfortable at my desk.
I kind of like having something to put my arms on. That's about the only thing. That's what's nice about a desk. But anyway, you said you were going to play... You played something else?
Oh, other than Heroes, yeah. What was it? Damn it, what was it? I played something, I promise. It's gone. I don't remember what I played. Jacob, what did I play?
Oh, why? What, did we play together?
Oh, that's what it was. Yes, it was, I didn't technically play it. I watched you play it, but it was Just Cause 3. We played the full, DLC pack. What was it? Sky Fortress?
Sky Fortress.
Yes. That was interesting. And if anything, it's proven to me that I will never buy a DLC for Just Cause.
I maybe should have thought through the purchase on that. You'll see it in a video. It's not like it's a bad DLC.
It's very short, though.
It's very short. That's my only real gripe with it.
We were able to finish it in, what, an hour and a half, maybe?
All the main missions, yeah, and then probably took me another hour to do to get all the upgrades. So you're looking at about 2 hours, maybe 2.5.
Well, since you're the one who actually played it and I just watched, how did you feel about the DLC, Jacob?
I like the DLC. I think it's fun. It's a weird price point at $12, which really, it makes me feel, I don't know why. I'm kind of glad they didn't go with 15 because I would have been mad if I spent 15 on it. But I feel like if they just went at 10, maybe I'd feel a lot better about it than I do because it's just such a weird price. But it's really short. It's fun. But like you said, you can finish all the main missions in like an hour.
And I predicted the plot twist at about, 20 minutes in.
You predicted the plot twist at mission 1.
Yes.
and there's 3 missions.
I'm kind of proud of that, actually.
Yeah. And it also made me feel really dumb because I kind of had to relearn how to play Just Cause again because it's all different now with its jetpack and stuff.
Yes, you're the Falcon this time.
Exactly.
Your Falcon meets like Iron Man because you have like weird lasers
and missiles and stuff. And
yes.
But that's pretty much actually all I played this week, essentially.
Really? That's all you played was the Just Cause?
Yeah, I tried I actually played a demo this week of a game that I think I want to get. It's called Trackmania Turbo.
I've never heard of it.
Apparently it's like an old series. Ubisoft makes it, but it's like this kind of like insane racing game where like there are player created tracks and stuff, but I only get to play a couple of like the developer made tracks because it was only a demo.
Yeah.
And basically like it's essentially like if they made like a good Hot Wheels game, kind of. Because like you're driving at like these ridiculous speeds. You're driving like 500 miles per hour, and there's like maps that do like loop-de-loops and crap like that. And I really don't know how to explain it, but it's fun.
It sounds like the old racing games on N64, like Rush. Remember that game?
Yeah, exactly. It is kind of like Rush, or obviously not as fast of a racing game, but kind of like Cruisin'. Have you ever played that at the arcade?
No.
Okay. You've never played Cruisin' at like an arcade or like anything like that?
I don't really go to arcades.
Well, I'm saying like obviously nobody goes to arcades. I'm saying like
no, I mean like ever. I really have gone to an arcade maybe 2 or 3 times in my whole life.
So you've never been to like a Dave and Buster's or something?
Nope.
Wow. Honestly, like you've just shocked me here because like
shocked you into silence. That takes a lot.
I figure like everybody's at least been to an arcade like. You know, a decent amount of time because they've gone somewhere that's had an arcade, like a movie theater or like a Dave and Buster's.
Just recently, I went to a place with what was it called? Round One.
Oh yeah, I've been at Round One.
Yes, I went there. It's like this It's a Japanese company that is making arcades in the U.S. A lot of odd Japanese games, but a lot.
I was gonna say that now that you just said that, that makes a lot of sense because there was so many Japanese games there.
Yeah, it's a Japanese-owned company.
Oh, so we're actually going to get good arcade games there then.
Yeah, that's the closest to a Japanese arcade that we're going to get here in the West. And it's nice, you know, it has bowling and pool and darts too with, you know.
It has karaoke. That makes sense that there's karaoke rooms there then.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there were karaoke rooms there. That's really weird.
Yeah. We get a taste of what Japanese arcades are like.
I want to go to a karaoke room one day, but I don't have enough group of people to make it like a decent thing.
Like, I don't think I have enough people that I'd want to hear sing.
I don't even care about that. Like, that's not what it's about. Karaoke is just about having fun. And, like, even if you're a bad singer, it's fine because you're just meant to have fun. But, like, I don't have enough people who would want to go do that. That's the problem. I need some friends who would like to go do karaoke.
Jacob needs friends, guys. You heard it first. He's willing to pay.
I think it's the thing that getting people to go out somewhere and sing in a private room they have a problem with. Because, like, you can get people to play, like, Karaoke Revolution in your living room as much as you want. Something like that, like Rockband or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get why it's such a big deal to go do karaoke, but that's just a rant, and we've gotten off track of what we're playing.
Yes. I want to leave my impression here in that if you ever ask me to go to a karaoke room, I'm saying no.
No, you're going.
Absolutely not. I refuse.
You're going. If I ask you to go, you're going.
It's not happening. I ain't singing in a room with a bunch of Japanese men. I just accidentally was racist.
First of all, why would we be in a room with a bunch of Japanese men?
Because my only knowledge of karaoke rooms is what I see on television, and it's always full of short, balding, middle-aged Japanese men.
Because that's in Japan. We're not in Japan. They're not attracted to karaoke
It has led me to
rooms.
believe that they're like bait for Japanese men.
They're not like Spider-Man and they don't have like a karaoke sense that goes off. Oh my god. Do you want to just get into the news? Because
sure.
You've blown my mind with your thought process. Alright, so I did the news again this week, and there's about 7 items on the news document this week. I'm going to start off with what we do at the top of every month, because today is technically April 1st when you're listening to this. And that's the games with gold for the month of April and the PlayStation Plus games for the month of April. So you ready for this, Brad?
Sure.
Ready to have your mind blown? Xbox One this month. I'm going to let you know that ahead of time. Okay?
Okay.
So Xbox One owners will be getting The Wolf Among Us and Sunset Overdrive for the entire month. I think they do the entire month for the Xbox One games, and then it's half the month for the 360 games, right?
I believe one is the first of the month to the end. The other one is the middle of the month to the middle of next month. It's really weird.
See, like, I know the 360 one is always, like, the first half of the month is first game, the second half of the month is the other game, but I'm confused on if Xbox One does the same thing or not. But anyway, Xbox 360 owners will be getting Dead Space for the first half of the month, and the second half of the month will be getting Saints Row 4. Brad, any opinions on any of those games?
I think this is the first time that I'm actually excited and want all 4 games for the games with gold. Like, usually it's only 1 or 2 that I'll pick out and, like, oh, I'll try this. Like, that's how I got Hand of Fate, and that's how I got, what was the other one?
Oh, that really bad existential crisis one that you played?
Oh, the Pneuma Breath of Life. That's how I got Dear God, and I got confused. That's how I got Thief, and was disappointed. Yeah, that's how you get a lot of games. But I'm really happy that Sunset Overdrive's on there, because I was debating on buying it, because it was on sale for like $10, $15. And I figured it was a good enough game to warrant that, but now that it's free, you can't beat that.
So I've played all 4 of these games. Wolf Among Us is really good. It's one of my favorite Telltale series. Sunset Overdrive, I think, is really underrated, and like nobody played it, so I'm really hoping that it kind of gets its due now, I guess, in a way.
People are always much more forgiving in a game's ratings when it's free.
Dead Space, I think, is probably, in my opinion, the greatest survival horror game of all time.
And it's the first one, so people argue that's the best one.
Exactly, that's my favorite one. And Saints Row 4 is just dumb fun.
Yes.
So
a lot of easy achievements this week.
Yeah, super easy achievements.
And my favorite Telltale game.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. PlayStation Plus owners on PlayStation 4 will be getting Dead Star and Zombie, which is a port of the Wii U game Zombie U, which I've actually heard good things about, so I'll be excited to check that out. PS3 owners will be getting I Am Alive and Savage Moon, and PS Vita owners, aka the correct people in the world, will be getting Shutshimi? Did I say that right?
Yep.
And A Virus Named Tom.
Very friendly virus. I feel like Tom's the kind of guy you ask for a cup of sugar.
Yeah, Tom's the kind of guy where you're just like, hey, you know Tom? Yeah, he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
He's my friend. He's a really good guy. You should go out with him sometime. He's
You're
also
trying to hook Tom up.
Yeah, I'm trying to hook Tom up with like a girl, because Tom, he's been on the market for a while, and he's been throwing out his line there, but nobody's taken the bait.
Feel bad for Tom.
I know, right? Like Tom, like everyone's calling him a virus and stuff. Like he's a good guy. He gets the bad rep.
He just has some bad luck. Okay.
He has some bad luck, and you know what? When Samantha really hurt him, it did a toll on his heart, and like now he's just like he doesn't know what to do. What are we doing?
At this point, we've gone too far.
What are we doing? We've taken this bit and gone farther. Do you have any opinions on the PlayStation Plus games this month?
Well, no, I don't really know any of them.
Zombie, I've heard good things about. That's really.
Isn't I Am Alive a song?
Maybe I don't.
I don't know. That's the only reason I think I know it.
I Am Alive, I'm sure, is the name of a song somewhere.
I'm Googling it. Continue.
Okay. I Am Alive, I've heard mixed things about. I don't know what Savage Moon is. I don't know what Dead Star is, and I don't know what any of the Vita games are. But they sound interesting, and they're on Vita, so I'll probably play them.
It was a song.
It was a song?
Yes, Celine Dion, I'm Alive.
Oh, nice.
Why did I know a Celine Dion song?
I don't. Maybe you're a huge Celine Dion fan. But speaking of songs, Brad.
Yes.
You can get every Rock Band song ever for Rock Band 4 on PC for $2,500.
Yes. That's ridiculous.
Rock Band 4 supports almost all the downloadable songs Harmonix has released for the Rock Band franchise, but the game's Windows PC version, if its crowdfunding campaign is successful, will require players to start anew with their DLC libraries. So the studio is offering a special discount to anyone who wants to buy in bulk. Harmonix has introduced a new tier to Rock Band 4's PC Fig. I was going to say PC Pig. PC Fig campaign this week, offering backers a single purchase of the entire Rock Band DLC library for $2,500. The reward tier includes every single song still available in the Rock Band store when Rock Band 4 on PC launches, said Harmonix. An expected total of more than 2,000 tracks. The exact number may fluctuate as music licenses expire and Harmonix has to stop selling certain songs. While $2,500 is a lot of money to spend at once, the price does not represent a significant discount over buying the individual tracks. Each costs $1.99 on its own. Oh, it does represent. I said does not. It does represent a significant discount because it would be double that, basically.
Yeah.
That includes all the Rock Band DLC songs Harmonix has published since the debut of the original Rock Band on November 20th, 2007. Oh my god, that was so long ago.
Yeah, the age of music games was long ago.
All the way up to the PC's planned release this fall, Harmonix has maintained a roughly weekly schedule of releasing new songs since the arrival of Rock Band 4 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One last October. As for offering this deal to the console version of Rock Band 4, Harmonix said it is looking into it. Harmonix's crowdfunding campaign on Fig for the PC version of Rock Band 4 has pulled in $485,600 as of this article that was written. Just under 1/3 of its $1.5 million goal. There are less than 11 and a half days remaining in the 35-day funding drive, so I don't think it's actually going to make its goal.
Yeah. And even if it does, I don't really care if it's a better deal to buy them all at once. You can't say, hey, you can buy everything for $2,500, and it's a good deal, because just the number 2,500 is going to turn people away.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's just a novelty thing. Like, everyone's obviously not going to buy this.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem... It seems like an odd marketing choice.
You know what I wish that Rock Band would do that Guitar Hero Live did? Is they have Guitar Hero Live because they have their live service, and the way it works is that if you want to play individual songs during the... No, it's not in live, it's TV. If you want to play individual songs in TV, it costs you a play. Now, you can earn plays just by playing in TV or by buying them with coins that you earn during TV. Or you can spend $6, and for 24 hours, you just get unlimited access to the songs. If Rock Band could do that, that would make a lot of sense, because Rock Band is that kind of party game. Like, the thing with Guitar Hero Live that sucks about that is that game is too kind of hardcore to play at a party. Like, it's so different from the way everyone else has played a game that, like, you can't... It takes people a little bit to wrap their head around it.
Yeah.
But Rock Band 4 is very simple. It's the same as Rock Band has always been since 2007.
Yeah. So,
like, if they could just do, like, a thing of, like, $6 and you get access to the 2,000 song catalog for 24 hours, because, like, sometimes I want to play All Star by Smash Mouth, but I don't want to own All Star by Smash Mouth,
because then you got to explain why you own that.
Exactly. And then you have to be like, well, sometimes I like to pretend that I'm Steve from Smash Mouth. And
yes, I don't know, it's a shame that they're probably not going to meet it, but I mean, do we really need Rock Band port?
I mean, PC players, it's nice for them to be able to play Rock Band.
Yeah, but I don't see, like, if there's ever a game that didn't need a PC port, I think it's this one. Just because, like, the whole argument for console is it's, the playing on your living room relax kind of thing, right?
Well, I mean, that's what's happening a lot now, though, with video games, that everyone's, not everyone, but, like, a lot of people are moving their consoles to their living room and just using a TV as a monitor now. Yeah.
So, like, that's the kind of thing Rock Band was made to do, was, like, play it off your console, use it your TV, and, all your drunk friends are gonna, play some stupid rendition of a Taylor Swift song or something.
And they're gonna pretend to smash the instruments after every song because they think it's hilarious.
Yes.
You know how many times people have done that? I can't stand it.
Yeah, so, it, like, the PC, like, way of playing a game where you're at your desk, or like even if you're not at your desk, maybe you have a PC in your living room. I don't know, it feels weird to me. Like, I don't feel like this game needs a PC port.
The thing that also doesn't make any sense to me is that, like, and I've seen this before with the release of music games on PC before, is that most of the time people just make their own custom track set lists anyway.
Yeah.
So they don't really need the DLC. Like, people will make it themselves and sometimes make it better.
More often than not, make it better.
Yeah, because then it will actually, like, take into effect actual, notes tracking and stuff. I don't know. I've seen it in YouTube videos a lot, where people just make up their own song lists on PC versions of old games, or even just mod them on the old consoles, because the old consoles were super open.
Yep. Not intentionally, but they were.
Yeah. So while this $2,500 is ridiculous, I think it's a good deal for anyone who wants to do that kind of thing and anyone who's rich enough to do it.
Yeah, if you got $2,500 laying around, go for it.
Speaking of being rich, though, Brad, Rockstar's pretty rich. Do you know they tried to make a Grand Theft Auto Tokyo at one point?
They did.
Yeah. Rockstar nearly made a Grand Theft Auto set in Tokyo, though now it's too busy working on GTA 6, according to a new rumor. TechRadar reports that the developer made a trip to Japan in order to scout it as a potential setting for a game that was around the time of GTA 3 and Vice City. Unfortunately, the plan fell through thanks to the structure of Tokyo streets. You know, they're small, so it's kind of hard to drive through them.
Fast and Furious would like to argue with that.
Yeah, I know. I said this when I read this news, that I was like, man, wouldn't it be great if they made a Midnight Club game set in Tokyo, because Midnight Club was their racing series.
I loved that game. I still have it, actually.
It's so good. The site's source further says that GTA 6 is currently in development. That's no surprise given that Grand Theft Auto 5 was released more than 2 years ago, and Rockstar was open about it years ago, though they added that no setting for the game has been nailed down yet. None of these rumors have been confirmed by Rockstar, and should for now be just considered a rumor. What do you think of that? What do you think of a GTA being set in Tokyo? Would you play it?
Yeah, why not? I mean, the setting of GTA is never why I play GTA, so it's not like I really care where it's set.
I mean, the setting helps a lot, I think, in a game to help me feel more connected to it in a way, I guess. Like, I know New York City, so GTA 4 I feel connected to. I know Miami, so Vice City I'm connected to. I also know the 80s, so that helps me connect to it as well.
Yes.
I know Los Angeles.
You played Hotline Miami.
Exactly. I know. I was there. And I know Los Angeles, so like it helps me.
You get immersed.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't really know Tokyo though, so it would be kind of cool to, while it would be this stupid GTA fictionalized version of it, it would be nice to kind of see like what Tokyo is like in a way. And I guess you could like you can get your open world Tokyo fixed by playing like Yakuza and stuff. But I mean, you want to play GTA, it's the best.
I don't know. I don't play a lot of GTA. Actually, the one I've played the most has been 5, because it's the only one that I've owned even relatively close to its release date. But I don't know. Tokyo would sound fine to me. But you could set it anywhere. You could set it in Russia, Germany, Spain. I don't really care. So,
what do you think of GTA 6 being in development?
I'd rather Red Dead 2, but I'll take GTA 6.
Rockstar has like a million other studios, so
yeah, I know.
They probably got San Diego working on it, because San Diego did the original Red Dead, and North is the GTA studio, so they're probably working on GTA 6 right now.
Yeah.
But I have a question, because this is the rumor that seems to always come up. What do you think the validity of the rumors that it's a entire GTA United States coming? How true do you think those are?
I think it's probably false, honestly. I don't see them doing a full statewide thing like, what was that game, the driving game that did it?
The Crew?
Yes. I don't see a way you can make the game immersive or, like, even replayable in a GTA format when it's that big.
Yeah.
I mean, look at, like, nobody plays The Crew now, because the only thing you could really do was drive around. The missions kind of sucked, and...
Well, that's the thing with GTA, is I think that you could have a variety there that you don't have in The Crew, because The Crew literally is just driving. Like, with GTA, like, you could... Say you could drive to New York and go to, like, the Statue of Liberty or something like that. Or you could drive to Florida and go to the beach, like stuff like that. Like, there's more of a variety there than there is in just let's drive across the country. I
think it's too big. I think you can't make missions for an area that large without making them feel repetitive. There's no way to populate the entire United States with missions and not have it feel cookie cutter.
But I feel like if anyone could figure it out, it'd be Rockstar Games.
Yeah, but I don't want them taking that kind of risk, because I'm a pessimist. I don't think it's going to work out. Stick to something you can reasonably handle. Make each GTA game a little bigger than the last until eventually you do get to the size of the United States. Don't go from something the size of, one city to the size of a country. That's ridiculous.
Speaking of ridiculous, Elite Dangerous will soon get the voice of William Shatner. Players of Frontier Development space simulation Elite Dangerous will soon have the option of listening to William Shatner, best known for his roles as a Priceline spokesman and Star Trek's Captain James Tiberius Kirk. It says T here, but I just know that it's Tiberius. As they trek through space, thanks to an upcoming add-on voice pack. HCS Voice Packs, a third-party provider of voice packs for Elite Dangerous add-on Voice Attack, will release the Orion Pack featuring Shatner on April 8th. The pack will include some 1,300 lines spoken by Shatner for use in conjunction with the Voice Command plugin. Shatner's dialogue will replace Elite Dangerous's default computer voice. Shatner's voice pack costs $14 and is available for pre-order from HCS Voice Pack's website. You can listen to a preview of the forthcoming voice pack in a video that HCS has released. Other voice packs from HCS feature Brian Blessed from Flash Gordon and Star Wars Episode 1 The Phantom Menace, and Tom Baker from Doctor Who, and Stephen Hawking, theoretical physicist.
He says 1,300 lines, but really it's about 7 sentences, just the way that William Shatner talks.
Yeah.
Every line has an increased dramatic effect.
There will be a long pause in between.
So, here's the real question. Kirk or Picard?
Picard.
Okay, I can see that. I've never watched Star Trek, so I couldn't tell you.
Neither do I, but I just like Patrick Stewart more.
Yeah. My dad's really big into Star Trek. That's kind of his main thing, so I'll have to ask him what he thinks.
Well, next time you talk to your dad, tell him that he's wrong, and he's picked the wrong star. Because it's all about the wars.
I could see why people would like Star Trek more than Star Wars. Star Trek is more sci-fi. Star Wars is more fantasy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're looking for fantasy. Sometimes you're looking for some sci-fi. I don't know why I just stuttered there. I lost brain function.
Some sci-fi.
William Shatner's influencing me.
Speaking of influencing you, Sony's pretty influential, and they're considering bringing PlayStation VR to PC. Sony is looking into making the PlayStation VR playable on Windows PC, according to Nikkei? Yes. Sony Computer Entertainment Vice President Masayasu Ito stated why do I keep saying stated? It's told the Japanese publication that the company is considering making the headset, which arrives in October, compatible with the platform later in its lifespan. While PlayStation VR currently requires a PlayStation 4 to operate, the console shares similar internal parts to a PC, Ito said, according to a translation by Reddit user MSD Fenceforce. The similar architecture could make bringing the headset to computers possible, yet he explained that while the company is exploring future PC functionality, Sony is currently focused on developing games for the new platform. Ito also told Nikkei that Sony plans to ship upward of 2 million PlayStation VR units this year. The headset will release this fall as opposed to in the first half of the year as initially planned, he said, in order to accommodate the greater than initially anticipated worldwide demand. PlayStation VR will cost $399 at launch. The price does not include the requirement of the PlayStation camera, which is used for positional tracking.
So, yeah, the reason he's saying it, for the increased demand is every time they put the PSVR on sale, anywhere, it's sold out immediately.
Yeah, it's sold out in New Zealand and in Europe on Amazon, immediately.
Yeah, in the UK on Amazon, it sold out in about 10 minutes. There were, I think, 5 stores that carried it for the US, and all but, I think, 1 was sold out within, the first hour or so. So, these things are selling like hotcakes.
Which is good. I think good
Yes.
for the future of VR.
It is. And I think we've said this from the beginning, that if anyone's going to get VR into the hands of the consumers, it's going to be PlayStation's version.
So what do you think of the fact that he's saying that it might work with PC in the future?
I would say don't worry about it for now. I'd say focus on your platform, make sure it functions well and does that the best. Because the reason people are buying it is because they have a PlayStation and they want to play it on their PlayStation. Having it compatible with PC is a nice additive, but I don't think it should be a focus right now.
what I'm taking from the context of his quote here is that it's not a focus for them, but it could theoretically happen one day.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to go about it. As long as it could happen, then that's fine. But right now, just focus on your thing.
I'm trying to come up with a
don't
segue.
Don't even try.
Speaking of focusing on your thing,
that was awful.
Yeah, I know. Final Fantasy 15 release date officially confirmed, and collector's editions have also been announced.
It looks so cool.
At yesterday's Final Fantasy 15 Uncovered event, hosted by Kinda Funny's Greg Miller and Tim Geddes, Square Enix officially announced that Final Fantasy 15 will launch worldwide on September 30th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Xbox One. I thought it was going to be PC as well, but then because I'm so used to just saying those three. 2 collector's editions were also revealed. A deluxe edition will be available for $89.99, includes steelbook packaging, as well as a bonus outfit, weapon, and skin for Noctis's car.
Yes, you drive in this game.
Yes, you do. It's a road trip simulator. An Ultimate Collector's Edition, limited to 30,000 units worldwide, will be available for $269.99, including a hardcover art book, a soundtrack, an exclusive Play Arts Kai Noctis figure, plus the same bonus content as the deluxe edition and 4 in-game item packs. It will be exclusive to the Square Enix online store. It will also include the exclusive 6th episode of Brotherhood Final Fantasy 15, the animated series that was also announced at the event. The news ends the long wait for Final Fantasy 15, which was originally announced at E3 2006 as Final Fantasy Versus 13 before being rebranded as Final Fantasy 15 at E3 2013. What do you think of this, Brad?
I think it's nice to see that the Final Fantasy that's had the longest development time in history is finally coming. And it's, 2 weeks after my birthday, so I'm a little annoyed about that, personally.
Why don't you just get it as a birthday present?
Because my birthday's the 15th and it comes out the 30th.
Yeah, why you can't wait 2 weeks for a birthday present, Brad?
I can't. I want it on the 15th.
You're selfish.
I want it on the 15th.
You're selfish.
I want it on the 15th.
You're shellfish, you crab.
Yes. But, dude, that collector's edition looks so awesome, the ultimate one.
What is it with collector's editions looking awesome lately?
I don't know. Before I used to think they were kind of stupid because, you'd get like a small little figure and like a sticker. Like for Battlefield Hardline, I think if you pre-ordered it, you got like a little money clip. And I have it sitting behind me somewhere.
Did you got a money clip for Hardline? I'm sorry.
I like Hardline. It's fine.
But I remember. Oh, sorry. I'll say what you're gonna say.
No, I'm just saying like it's so cool. Like the Doom one looks awesome.
Well, that statue just looks.
Yeah,
good.
This statue looks pretty cool as well. There's a picture on IGN. I'll put a link in the episode description, so if anybody's curious, you can take a look at it and read the article and take a look at the pictures because it looks really freaking cool.
The only collector's edition that I've ever bought has been Max Payne 3. And that's because I was super excited for Max Payne 3, but then I remembered why I never buy collector's editions, and that's because all I got with it was an add-on pack that let me play as the original Max Payne in multiplayer, and I got a bullet keychain and a statue of Max Payne that now sits on my shelf and does nothing.
The only collector's edition I have sitting behind me are the Halo 5 big collector's edition with the 2 bookends of Master Chief and Locke.
Mm-hmm.
And from Halo 3, I have the Spartan helmet.
Spartan helmet.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah. I can respect the Spartan helmet one because it's like a cool display thing and it's like the actual size of a Spartan helmet.
Yeah.
Whereas when I have a statue of a man holding a gun, they're like, who is that? And I have to explain to them that it's Max Payne and that it's not like the Mark Wahlberg movie Max Payne and that it's just a big
it's
thing.
The great thing about having Halo collectibles is even if they don't play Halo, they know of it.
They know what Halo is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of knowing what it is, you know what time it is. It's time for the wrap-up. This is the newly introduced thing that I've done, where when a story is small, I can just read through it quick and we talk about it if we really want to. Are you ready, Brad?
Sure.
Atari will launch Roller Coaster Tycoon World on March 30th in Steam Early Access nearly 2 years after it was first announced. Players can purchase the game for $49.99, which will give them access to its current build as well as a final version when it does arrive. Any thoughts on that?
The fan base for the Tycoon series of games is one of the most dedicated I've ever seen in any game ever, and I'm sure they're very happy about this.
I love Roller Coaster Tycoon because I love making people die on roller coasters.
That's the only reason people play these games. That and The Sims.
Yeah, because I just like to build a pool and then take the ladder out and let the sim die.
You can't even have pools in the newest one, right? Isn't that a thing? Like, they took pools out.
I think they added pools eventually.
Because the only thing people would use them for was killing people?
Yeah, I think they added pools eventually. I have a lot of problems with Sims 4, more than just the pool thing. Anyway, though, even more games have been added to Xbox One's backwards compatibility. The new titles are Saints Row 4, the aforementioned Saints Row 4 and Dead Space, Halo Wars, Soul Calibur 2, The King of Fighters 98, and Left 4 Dead 2. I'm excited to see Left 4 Dead 2 come back.
I'm excited for Soul Calibur. I always love that series. I don't like fighting games, but I love Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur 2, I think, was the one that had Link on GameCube.
I believe that's true.
No, I think that's 3, actually.
You sure?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, because 4 had Darth Vader and Yoda in it, and then 5 had Ezio.
Nope. No, you're right. Soul Calibur 2. I just Googled it. Yeah, Link's on the cover. He's on the picture.
Well, then, he's probably not in this version because it's on the Xbox.
Yes.
Speaking of Nintendo, though, Miitomo, Nintendo's social networking foray into mobile app development, is finally out in North America and for Android and iOS devices. I downloaded it earlier and have only made my Mii. I don't know what the rest of the game entails for me.
And you're only going to hear about this from Jacob because I'm not touching it. Oh, and as a quick note from the last story, he is in that version because Soul Calibur 2 was released on Xbox and Xbox 360. So you will get Link.
No, you won't get Link. I think they changed it on 360 and it was Spawn instead.
You sure?
Yes, I think so. I want to say. I think it was Spawn in the original Xbox version anyway.
Somebody play it and find out for me.
But I know Soul Calibur 2 had Link on GameCube. I can guarantee you that. You're not going to touch Miitomo?
No.
Why not?
No interest.
Really? You're not even interested in the fact of just like it's Nintendo's first mobile game?
No.
That's the only reason why I'm playing it. I would never play a game like this if it wasn't for the fact that Nintendo made it.
There will be enough people talking about it that I won't have to play it. I'll still get the gist of it.
Bethesda Game Studios has launched Fallout 4's new survival mode in beta. Steam users can test out the updated difficulty mode for the Windows PC version starting today, with consoles getting the update sometime next month.
My dad's pretty excited about this. He plays a bunch of Fallout 4, and I don't know, I think this will be a nice change for him, because I imagine playing Fallout 4 after a while gets kind of boring if you do the same thing a lot. So this survival mode is a really big change, and there's a lot of new rules and new mechanics that you're going to have to get used to. So I'm excited for it as well. So
I remember really liking this when they did it in New Vegas, I want to say they did it in. Like they did something similar to this. So
I think so.
I'm excited to try this out. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3D, the spacecraft combat game loved by N64 and PC gamers nearly 2 decades ago, has finally made it onto Steam. The game appeared on GOG last year and gave some users difficulty in getting it to run properly, and it appears the Steam version may take some wrangling as well. Still, it does offer partial joystick support, and Xbox One controllers being the best bit.
Cool.
Anything about that? You cool about it?
Yeah, why not?
I remember, I think Rogue Squadron 2 I played on GameCube, and I really liked that game.
I think I've played maybe the GameCube one, and I haven't touched any of the other ones. I don't really remember the GameCube one, so I must not have enjoyed it, or I just didn't really play it a lot.
It was basically a flight sim for Star Wars.
Oh, that would explain it. I never really liked flight sims.
Pretty cool, though. I like the idea of a flight sim in an X-Wing. The basketball mode that Rocket League teased nearly 3 weeks ago will finally arrive in time for the NBA playoffs, not March Madness as previously hinted. It's called Dunk House, which I like that name, and Rocket League's Twitter account said that the free update will launch in April. Any interest in that?
No, because I don't play Rocket League, but I'm sure my brother has plenty to say about it because he's a pretty big Rocket League fan.
I love Rocket League, and I'm very excited to play this new basketball update. Because I have a soul, unlike Brad.
Yes.
But that's the end of the news this week.
Yes.
And so that means then that it's actually time for America's #1 and only game show. Well, that sucked. Welcome to Well That Sucked. The way the game works is simple. I give Brad 3 randomly selected games, and he's telling me which one is the lowest rated according to Metacritic. I can give Brad no help besides a brief description of the game if Brad so wishes for it. Brad, are you ready?
Sure.
Round 1.
Round 1.
See if you can figure out the theme here. 007 Legends, 007 Bloodstone, GoldenEye 007.
Oh, thank you for at least putting the game I played in there. Well, nostalgia childhood says I can't pick GoldenEye, so that's out. And the other two would what?
Bloodstone.
I was gonna say Blood Diamond, but that's not correct.
And 007 Legends. Well, 007 Blood Diamond would be a very dark game.
Yes. But, I mean, 007 games could have the potential to be dark, so...
Well, no, it was just because Blood Diamonds usually are related to the fact that they have child soldiers in Africa finding diamonds.
Yes.
In mines, and that would just be incredibly dark for a 007 story.
Yeah,
you can't have any woman with like a name like, you know, like Pussy Diamond or something like that in that story. Like, that would just be really upsetting.
Yeah. I honestly have no idea here. I think I'm just gonna go with,
So do you know what any of these games are besides?
Other than being 007 games? No, I have no idea.
007 Legends is like a first-person shooter one where it's the new guy, Daniel Craig, and he's going through all the old movies as well as like I think the newest one at the time was Skyfall, so there's like a Skyfall mission. And then there's 007 Bloodstone is like a completely original one where you play as it's like a third-person action game. It's essentially Splinter Cell, but with 007.
Well, because it's completely original, I'm going with that one because that never works out.
Brad, you're wrong. 007 Legends was the lowest rated.
Okay, I was really worried it was going to be GoldenEye.
You want to tell me what the lowest rated 007 Legends was? What it was rated?
58.
45.
Okay, a lot worse than I thought.
007 Bloodstone was the second with 65. I actually really like that game a lot. It has some really good driving sections in it. And the highest rated was GoldenEye 007 with a 96.
Yeah, that's right.
It's for once you finally agree with the score of the thing that you love.
Yes.
Round 2.
Round 2.
See if you can figure out the theme here.
I should do it like George Takei. Round 2.
Oh my, round 2. 50 Cent Bulletproof. 50 Cent Bulletproof, that is one of them.
Yeah, I don't think he's bulletproof. Order. They've tested it.
He kind of is. He got shot 9 times and is still living. I think he's a little bit bulletproof. 50 Cent Blood on the Sand and Def Jam Fight for New York. These are all games that have rappers as playable characters.
I don't know anything about any of these games.
50 Cent Bulletproof is like a game where you play as 50 Cent and he's trying to like take back the hood or something, and Eminem plays a cop in it. And so does Dr. Dre. And 50 Cent Blood on the Sand is a game where 50 Cent does a concert in Iraq and gets paid in a skull encrusted with diamonds, and then that gets stolen from him, so he blows up half of Iraq trying to get the skull back.
As you do.
And Def Jam Fight for New York is a game where you play as Def Jam rappers and fight to save New York. Video games are weird sometimes, guys.
I'm going to pick that one just without any thought here, because that just sounds odd.
You're not going to understand the fact that when I looked up these games, there were so many games that have rappers in them.
Yeah, that makes me a little sad. I feel like that's not a market we should be going into as game designers. Don't really think there's a lot of money there.
I was gonna, before I picked Def Jam Fight for New York, I was gonna pick Wu-Tang Clan Shaolin Style, but that wasn't on Metacritic. Oh, but you're wrong, Brad. You actually picked the highest rated game. So could you tell me what it's rated?
What the highest one's rated?
Def Jam Fight for New York is the highest rated one. That's the one you picked, and you're wrong. Oh wait, no. So you want to tell me what the lowest one was? 50 Cent Bulletproof. Can you tell me what that was rated?
I have no idea. Probably like a 32.
47.
Okay, well, this is better than I thought.
Second highest rated was 50 Cent Blood on the Sand with a 71, and the highest rated was Def Jam Fight for New York with an 83.
Wow, I'm impressed. I wasn't expecting a single one to be past the 50s.
I know, right? I have played Blood on the Sand, and let me tell you something. Blood on the Sand is a good time. It's especially fun in co-op because if you're in co-op, you play as 50 if you're player 1 and player 2 plays as a member of the G unit. G unit. And it's just a good time. You blow up Iraq. Round 3.
Round 3.
See if you can figure out the theme here. It's very hard to figure out.
I'm sure.
Red Dead Redemption, Red Faction Guerrilla, Red Steel 2.
Ooh, red games.
Games with red in the title. Oh, jeez.
Well, not picking Red Dead Redemption. I've been advocating for Red Dead 2 for the last 2 weeks now. I feel like I'd be kind of hypocritical to pick it.
There was a story about it that it kind of got leaked that it might be at E3, but I didn't want to put it in because it was a rumor.
Yeah, and the leak was that the overarching company that owns
Take-Two.
Take-Two. They always go to E3, but the rumor being is that they have a bigger slot than usual, so that's kind of hinting that they might announce something. That's the only substance to that rumor.
And Rockstar never really goes to E3, but for Red Dead, it would kind of make sense to go to E3.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping it's like a Fallout 4 situation where they haven't talked about Red Dead Redemption 2, and they come out and announce it, and then they're like, it's coming out this year.
Yeah.
I'd love that. I'd love that.
I feel a lot of people would love that. I forgot the games. What was it? Red Dead, Red Machine thing?
Red Faction Guerrilla and Red Steel.
Red Steel. Well,
Red Steel 2.
Red Steel, okay, so they made a second one. So either the first one was so good that it needed a sequel, or it was so bad that they needed to try again.
Let me tell you something about Red Steel 2. No one's ever said it's so good that it's blank, so it was a Wii launch title, and it's a first-person shooter, and it's very bad.
Well, in my experience in first-person shooters on the Wii, I feel like I should go with that.
Can I say that a selling point, though, for Red Dead Redemption... for Red Steel 1 was that you could turn the gun sideways because you had a Wii remote in your hand. They showed that in the commercial as like one of the big features.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, that's cool, but do you really need to show that as one of your big features? Someone's getting a sneeze-a-thon going on.
Oh,
that sounded painful.
It hurts when I sneeze. Sorry.
So you're going with Red Steel 2?
Yeah.
Sorry, that half-pained yeah was really funny to me.
Oh. All right, I'm sorry about that.
Right.
I should have muted the mic. I didn't react fast enough.
You're right, Brad.
I'm right. Oh, great. I can't win, but I'm right.
Can you tell me what it was rated, though?
I've been sticking to the 40s too much today. I'm going to go with a 53.
80.
Oh, Jesus.
The second highest rated was Red Faction Guerrilla with an 85, and the highest rated was Red Dead Redemption with a 95.
Nice.
Yeah. You lost.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
I don't think you got a single one right this week.
I just got the last one right.
No, you didn't. Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
You got one.
My God, you're all over the place today.
You got a one.
Jacob's losing his mind.
Red Steel 2 is really weird, though, because like the first one was just like a game where like you fight the Yakuza in Japan. Like, it was very normal. And the second one was like all cel-shaded, and like you were in like the Wild West, but there was like robots and stuff. It was really weird. And it was like half gunplay, half sword fighting.
That sounds awesome.
It in theory is awesome. In practice, not so much.
Well, I mean, it got an 80, so it did better than almost every other game on this
I've never
device.
played 2. I'm only talking about 1, really. I've never played 2. Brad,
yes.
Read me the spiel.
Okay. If you want to get in touch with us, send over your comments, complaints, concerns, questions, whatever you'd like to do, you can do that over at gmail.com. We are complete with DLC. That's us. Send us an email. We'll read it.
Doing?
We'll answer. Do the whole shebang, you know. We'll go through the motions for you.
A saying I really like, the whole kit and caboodle.
Whole kit? I've never heard that.
You've never heard the whole kit and caboodle?
Nope. I have no idea what that is. But
it's an old saying.
I will take your word for it. I would Google it, but I don't know where my keyboard went. I think it fell.
Continue with the spiel. Who cares about your keyboard?
I got distracted, okay? Alright, so if you don't want to email us, say that's too old-fashioned for you, you want to use the social medias like the kids are doing these days. We're on Twitter. We're complete with DLC there as well. That's where Jacob sends out all the tweets when a new episode comes up. Or recently when episodes are getting uploaded to YouTube. I'm sorry for the little spam that happened yesterday. I was in the process of uploading all of the episodes I'd missed while I was out of commission, but I'm back, and they're coming up, and you're going to get a lot of tweets about it. Sorry. I tried to turn it off. YouTube doesn't care. They want you to know.
YouTube's like, we're going to let your fans know, all right? We got this.
We're going to annoy the 12 people who follow you so much that they're going to unfollow you.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I should probably check that.
But yeah, if you don't want to use email or Twitter, to say you don't want to talk to us at all, you just want to find our stuff, you can find our stuff over at SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. That RSS feed is hosted on SoundCloud, so you want to get it fresh from the source, hot off the presses, whatever you want to say. That's going to be the best place for you to go. Otherwise, iTunes and Stitcher are going to be your places to go. And please leave us a review. Give us a rating. It means a lot to us. We take all the feedback you guys give us, and we try to improve constantly every week. And I'd like to think we're doing so. I'd like to think that, but I have no idea. I'm a terrible judge of character. But Jacob, if they don't want to get in touch with the show, say they only listen to the show for you, the host of Complete with DLC, where can they get in touch with you specifically?
I feel like we're more co-hosts, but if you want to get in touch with me, you can do so at It's J Griff, ITSJYGRIFF. If you look that on any sort of social media, you'll find me. I am most active on Twitter, probably. So go look on my Twitter and tweet me stuff, and we can be friends.
And you can go to karaoke machines with them.
I tried to get myself on Screen Junkies movie fights, and it didn't work out, so...
If there's ever a horror section, I'm sure they'd love to have you.
No, the thing is the creator of that put out a tweet that was, did anybody who's an internet personality or host of a show love Man of Steel? No, not Man of Steel, Batman v Superman. And then I tweeted from the show account, one of our co-hosts at SJ Griff did, and nothing came of that. So...
well, it happens.
We'll see. I want to be on Screen Junkies movie fight. That's my campaign right now. Get me on movie fights.
And I don't want to be, so focus your efforts on Jacob. I have no interest in that.
Brad?
Yes.
Where can people get in touch with you?
If you want to get in touch with me, you can do that in a few places. One of them being Twitter. I'm Calgany on Twitter, KALGNE. That's probably the fastest way to get in touch with me. But if you're a Blizzard player and you like playing Blizzard games, or even if you don't and you just want to have a conversation, have a chat, then you can do that on Battle.net. That's Blizzard's little interactive hub for other games with an instant messenger thing attached. My code on Battle.net is Brad1261. Brad, hashtag 1261, if that needs to be included. Whenever you send me an invite, as soon as I accept, make a note that you're a listener to the show so I can categorize you appropriately so I don't accidentally delete you in, 6 months. But yeah, Battle.net and Twitter are going to be the two best ways to get in touch with me.
That's it?
Yeah, Battle.net and Twitter. I'm not a terribly active social media kind of guy.
You need to get a little bit more active,
I don't
my opinion.
No, I don't like social media.
Well, of course you don't. You don't like anything, do you?
Nope.
You're a pessimist.
I skipped Facebook when that was the big thing. I never made one. I only made Twitter out of as an easy way to get news. So the only thing I did was I followed 60 different news sources. So I had things as soon as they happened. I didn't.
Right.
So I didn't campaign for followers or anything. I don't really care about that. It makes no difference to me.
I'm about to campaign for Brad again. Everyone, follow Brad at Calgany, KALGNE. Follow him on Twitter.
Don't do that, because then I have a responsibility.
No, do it. And then he'll tweet more, and then he'll be more active on the social medias, and it will be just great for everybody.
Yes.
Oh, we can get him on a podcast he wants to go on to.
Is there a podcast I want to go on to? Not really. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it.
Maybe we'll get bought by Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. They're buying everybody at this point, so... random shout out here. If you like violin covers, check out Taylor Davis on YouTube. I've been listening to her for the entirety of this show, and it's awesome. Jacob, you had no idea because you can't hear my music.
Well, that's good to know that you haven't really been listening to me. You've just been listening to violin the whole show.
I have been listening to you. It's just I've been listening to that in the background. I can have background music.
Yeah, good to know.
The fans can't hear it, I don't think. If you can, then you've been listening to Taylor Davis's cover of Angel Beats' opening theme song. She does a lot of anime covers, and she does some original music, too. So if you like that, check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
Jacob's mad at me now.
This has been Complete with DLC. I'm Jacob Griffin.
I'm about to get lectured.
And thank you for listening. You son of a bitch! Welcome to Complete with DLC, the only show that you can get every episode for $2,500. I should have said 2,000. No, 2,500 sounds better. I'm gonna re-go.
Take two. God damn it.
Welcome to Complete with DLC, the only show that you can buy every episode for $2,500.
Take three.